dun. You got the power. Yeah, hey, look, what better than to start the Black Geeks podcast with a little Transformers classic movie music. Never heard that song outside of that movie, but hey, you got the touch.
Hold up, is that who did the soundtrack for that? Was that Queen or was that like White Snake or something?
Dude, I don't know. I'll Google it on the bypass. I don't know.
Okay,
Yo,
I'm gonna have to go take a quick look right now.
why don't you go right ahead and
Got me
Google that thing.
nostalgic as you start off the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is us. It is we, the Black Geeks. We are here again on your computer screens. Look here. See? We are on your screens right here. See? That is us on your screens. I don't know how big your screen is, but hopefully your screen is big enough that you can see all the Black Geekness that we got for y'all today. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host for this evening. I am Big Baba Rob, your ever effervescent host. And I'm here with my traveling geeks, my Klingon brothers from the High Council. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the Potbelly Samurai. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Thank you. It's great to be here.
We're just glad to have you, man. And we also have with us Darth Kekonius, our Sith Lord in residence. What's going on, Sithiness?
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
I'm waiting for everybody to say, "We's fine, Geekonius." That's what. waiting for all the crowds. Twitter, all y'all on Twitter, y'all just need to stand up and say, "We fine, Geekonius." Yeah, so that we know that y'all are good. We are back here for another weekly podcast we're going to avoid the debauchery this weekend if we can. We'll just see what happens. Yeah, I can always hope. Okay, I can always hope that we could do that, but we'll just kind of see how it plays out. But on the show today, we're going to have our normal roundtable of various topics. I'm hoping I can talk a little bit about Fallout 4 if I'm allowed to. That would be nice because I've had so much fun this week playing when I've had time to. But anyway, but before we get started into our main show, we always have to enlighten you, wonderful people of the interweb. We must enlighten you with the news of the week. And for that, I must bring forward our Sith Lord of the newsroom, Darth Kekonius. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Darth Kekonius and Sith News. Take it away, Darth Kekonius.
Wow. I didn't know I had Sith News, but since you pointed me out and made me do it, I guess I'll share something. Let me see what happened.
You have to just think about it.
No, I'm joking. So this week, of course, Fallout was released. So a lot of people are excited about that. Some people have logged in well over 3 days of time in a game that's been out not even a week. I'm not calling any names, but it might be the person smiling and making faces in the camera right now. Also this week, Xbox One has been updated to Windows 10. The new Xbox experience has begun rolling out, along with backwards compatibility. So for those of you who have Xbox One and you want to play your Xbox 360 games, as well as do the Windows 10 screen sharing, all of that should be up and running for you. Also this week in other gaming news, Star Wars Battlefront was released early for those who have EA Access subscriptions on Xbox One, and I imagine PS4 if it has EA Access. I'm not particularly sure on that. And so for those of you like this guy here, you get to see an exciting, fun-filled adventure that's made by the creators of Battlefield. So that also happened this week. Also, in other technological releases, the iPad Pro went on sale this week, as well as Apple Music became available for Android this week as well. So just some quick technical things right out the way. And in some other news, speaking of Apple, there was an incident in Australia. These high school kids were kicked out of the Apple Store by one of the employees who said that they were not trustworthy and people were afraid that they might steal something. This incident was, of course, caught on video, as all things are today. And Tim Cook himself has gotten involved, saying that it is not Apple's values. He has ordered every Apple store to retrain. The manager invited the high school students back along with their principal to personally apologize. So that was Apple drama this week.
Hold up, were these possibly young children of color?
Were they young children of color? Absolutely. So, a lot of people, of course.
How did I know that?
A lot of people, of course, use this incident as a means to bash Apple. A company that's not that diverse, with its gay CEO and its Apple Store flagship store here at Tyson's Corner, where half the staff is Muslim and the other half is black. But hey, Apple's not known for its diversity amongst its employees, according to my blind eyes, apparently. So there you go for those who blame the entire company for that drama.
What about the corporate culture?
Corporate culture, like most tech industries, Apple, along with Google, Microsoft, and almost everybody in Silicon Valley, does have diversity issues. In fact, I'm not sure I reported on last week's show, but there was definitely a former Twitter engineer, black guy, head engineer, who left Twitter, complaining about its lack of diversity and its culture of intolerance. He has a full article out, and I also tweeted that. So if you go follow me on Twitter at Darth Geekonius, you can see a lot of the news that I've been sharing. In other news, Missy Elliott has actually dropped her first single in God knows how long, and it practically broke the internet. So that came out this week. In other in other media news,
Can I comment about Missy just real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just real quick. I'm sorry to hold on. I'm just kind of I'm trying to there you go. Stop. There you go. Just real quick. The Missy. If anybody hasn't seen it, the Missy video, it's fire, man. It is so much. It's like classic.
Superfly. Super Duperfly.
It's like, I mean, you look at a lot of Missy's videos. I mean, just the action, the costumes, the music, the dancing. I mean, I'm serious.
Can we post get a clip?
Yeah,
over here?
yeah. While he's finishing Sith News, I'll post it up. And I'll copy you too on the tweet. But yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all.
No, I mean on the show, like right now. Let's just show the people a quick clip.
We can't. No.
We might be able to do that. You keep on with Sith News. I'll
So you're gonna try to figure this out while we're doing the show?
No. I'm gonna figure it out while you're doing Sith News. Bye.
Whatever. Speaking of breaking the internet this week, there was a viral video of a black guy eating a Patti LaBelle sweet potato pie, and he broke out into song because it was so good. And the entire internet has now gone to get this Patti LaBelle pie, selling 2.5 million of them in just the last couple of days at Walmart, who said they could barely keep them stocked. Patti LaBelle herself called the young guy in question and told him thanks. So there you go. Eat Patti LaBelle's pie.
Yo, also, I heard from a number of different sources. I mean, evidently this is like real. This isn't just a thing. I mean, yes, the news story is real. But like,
I'm going to get the pie.
I refuse to shop there. But
actually, Geekonius, you're not allowed to go get the pie.
Look,
I'm gonna help you stick to your plan.
I know. I am currently dieting, but there is a thing called Thanksgiving coming up where the diet is coming out the window. I am going to get me a Patti LaBelle on my own, pie, because if it will make you break out in song and people are passing out, rolling around on the floor on the internet, it must be the pie to get. So I want to know what it is that she's doing to her pies that I can't do, that grandma can't do, that auntie can't do, that nobody can do. Maybe I might break out in the song too.
I gotta say this, like, this daggone Jedi robe, I kid you not, this joint is better than a damn Snuggly. Like, if you want to get warm, Get yourself a Jedi robe. Like, this joint is fantastic.
You know, it's funny you should say that. It's actually pretty cold here in the Sith dungeon, and I don't have my robes on, but I'm watching you wear yours. So you better believe when I wrap up Sith News, this monitor is going to go blank while I go put on my snuggly.
I'm all toasty warm right now as we do the show.
Okay, couple of more news items. Just media and pop culture. Of course, there's a big anti-Starbucks thing going on because they have red cups. So for those of you who are at Starbucks, apparently they hate Christmas because there's no snowflakes on their cups this year. Dunkin' Donuts, of course, has countered by making cups that do have snowflakes.
That is the most ridiculous.
Yeah. And I actually
understand how that's news. Like,
I know.
The Christian right in this country have officially
don't do it.
Lost their minds a long time ago. But like
don't
on
do
the
it.
way downhill, they hit the warp speed button to continue.
I knew you were going to keep going. I'm telling you, just let it ride. Let it ride.
Because I'm so. Come on, man. You got people is literally.
I understand.
Christians being persecuted.
I got it.
In places around the world, and you worried about a cup?
We hear you. We really do hear you. I actually tweeted a picture of Starbucks the other day. It had all this stuff. It has a Christmas blend coffee, and Bing Cosby was singing Christmas songs over the radio. So I guess they were not ready for Christmas without the snowflakes. So there you have it. Also,
it has nothing to do with Christmas, but
yeah, don't. That's a whole nother discussion. Let it ride. Also this week. Also this week.
Jesus, who was born in the fall.
Hey, yeah, you had to mute that line.
Hey, there will be no muting of.
Anyway, also this week, T-Mobile held their Uncarrier 10 event, which is always now big news for the industry. As John Laguerre himself pointed out during the presentation, when they first started doing these a few years ago, there were these things called 2-year contracts, and you were getting free phones but really paying more. And ever since they've been doing their Uncarriers, it seems like the other carriers follow suit. So for those who are wanting to know what their carrier is going to do next, T-Mobile has done a lot of things. They expanded on their music, free music thing. For those who don't know, on T-Mobile, if you have a certain data cap, if you're using Pandora, Apple Music, Spotify, a lot of the music apps, it doesn't count against your data. They've now expanded that to video. So if you're watching HBO Go, a lot of video apps out there, that will not count against your data. They also doubled the data on all plans for free. If you're an unlimited subscriber, you're also going to get a free movie every month from Vudu in 2016. And they've also given everyone a discount on Sling TV. So if you want that app, which is also free on their Uncarrier plan called Binge On, it's now $14 a month versus $20 a month. So there's a lot that was announced at Uncarrier 10. So if you're interested, they're also giving away a free router that has a mini cell tower in it. So if you're struggling with LTE connection in your house, well, you're going to have your own personal LTE cell tower from T-Mobile. I actually just ordered mine today. Well, not ordered. You put down a $25 deposit, and they send you the router. So there you go. That was Uncarrier 10. What else happened this week? Oh, yes. We have another Exodus situation on our hands. For those who don't recall, there was this movie that came out, I want to say last year. I hope it was last year because it seems like this is happening too much.
It was last year. Oh, I know all too well it was last year.
Okay, so for those who remember, Exodus was this movie that was supposed to be talking about Moses.
Hold on. This man's so upset. Y'all got him rubbing the bridge of his nose like he looks like that teacher is about to sound off on you after you done worked that last nerve.
I'm sorry. Let me wait a minute. Let me get myself together. My head's so crazy. I'm sorry. Let me get it together. Anyway, so Hollywood has gone and done it again. In the vein of Exodus, which was a very incorrect movie, They are now making a movie called The Gods of Egypt. Now, I don't know what some of you people think who are listening when you hear the phrase Gods of Egypt. But in my brain, I always think of like Isis, Horus, Osiris. I could go down the list. But
Set, Newt.
Yeah, I know. Anubis. We could do this all day.
All day.
And when I think of those images or those names, I think about hieroglyphics.
Yes, you do.
And hieroglyphics, those things that are on the walls for everybody to see. They've been there thousands of years.
Pictures on the wall.
You mean the pictures of the brown people?
No. Let's not go there yet. Go too far.
Wait a minute.
In these hieroglyphics, the ancient Egyptians who believed and worshipped these gods, they painted pictures of what they believed those gods look like.
On the walls. They're on the walls.
On the window and on the wall.
On the window. On the wall.
On the wall.
To the sweat.
Yeah, not that line. Those people in those pictures that they painted
on the wall
and on the window look like the people who painted them.
And the people on this podcast.
Exactly like the people on this podcast. Some are as dark as me. Some are as light as you. Some are in the middle like Potbelly.
Almondy.
But they all have something in common.
They black.
And so Hollywood, when releasing some of the casting photos for this movie, Gods of Egypt,
we should probably get a screenshot of that.
There was something missing. Melanin.
And animal heads.
Yeah, well. I'll give a movie a pass on the animal heads.
Oh, I won't, but anyway.
But they didn't all have animal heads, and so
okay.
That's true. So you could have some with animal heads, and then some with not, But then sometimes have animal heads, and sometimes they don't.
Regardless, from the neck down, they black.
Yes, and Hollywood decided that only one person get to be black.
One.
And it just so happened he's also the guy playing Black Panther. But I don't like to put those connections together like that. Jamie Lannister, of course, gets to be one of the gods of Egypt. But I'll leave it at that. That happened this week. Some people were saying it looks more like the gods of Denmark, but whatever. Or Scandinavia, or Norway, or gods of Greece. But Hollywood pulled that one on us. Oh. Wow. Also, this week, I'll just move right along. The Finding Dory trailer was released. So for those of you who are looking for the follow-up to Finding Nemo, that was cute.
Found the fish.
A big one. Jeffrey Dean Morgan. A lot of people may not know this actor, but he's been cast to play a certain role on The Walking Dead, a character named Negan. So, for those of you who don't know who Negan is, you're soon going to find out. And actually, on tonight's episode of The Walking Dead, there were some hints of that to come. I'm going to wrap it up with a couple of more quick, quirky news items. Sony finally killed the Betamax this week. It's been 40 years. Some of you may have thought the Betamax was dead, but no, they were still making them for somebody. And they finally killed it this week. Oh, man.
They were making them for Cuba.
You might be right. You might be right.
I really might be right about that. It might be Cuba.
They were made specifically for Cuba. Pornhub, I don't know. A lot of people may not know what Pornhub is, but they released a report saying that they had a 10% traffic drop on their website, whatever Pornhub is, Ever since ever since Fallout 4 came out. So Pornhub is wondering, at least to their numbers and their statistics, if the release of that video game is hurting their website usage. And they're saying it's just a coincidence that when that game came out, they've lost 10% in their traffic. So, you know what? I'm going to end on that because I can't even, in a straight face, say anything else. So,
that's you might as well leave that joker right there.
Y'all been to the cons. Y'all know the geeks love they porn.
But not as much as they like Fallout, apparently.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, at one point in the middle of today, I looked at my Steam friends, and of the 5 people that were, like 5 or 6 people were online, and all of them were playing Fallout 4. I have never, ever, in as long as I've been on Steam, and I've been on Steam probably 10 years, maybe, I think at least 10, and I've never seen, like, just anybody else actually online in the same game. And usually I game with people that play the Team Fortress. So, Team Fortress 2. So I would see them, but like this is just, Fallout 4 is and it deserves it too. So
and let's keep it real. You know, people are not just casually playing this game. Mm-mm. You're talking 8 hours at a time in some cases. You know, you're talking 10, 12 people losing sleep, cutting from work. This is the real deal. And to give an example, for those of you who are gamers and know different gaming out there, if you've ever played Skyrim and you thought that was massive,
what's Skyrim?
Something you're not even allowed to say. Don't you even say the word. You're not even allowed to say the word. We've been just getting you over that addiction.
Who says I'm over? You can always create new characters.
Hey. So there's this game called, starts with an S, is part of the Elder Scrolls that's considered massive, and Fallout 3 was considered massive. Fallout 4 is actually bigger than both of them combined. So says Bethesda. Oh, is that working?
Of course it's working. Come on, who are you talking to? I'm just messing with it while you were talking.
But only we can see it, I think.
Now we'll see. I got the feed up. I'm gonna look at the feed in a second.
No, you're screen sharing. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, I presented it.
Okay. So go ahead. Let's look at some Missy Elliott.
No. Continue talking. I'm gonna just switch over to the feed. I want to see if it's coming through on the other side. So go ahead. It did.
So I was just commenting on how
what?
I'm sorry. I just started looking at the chat, and we got certain people in the chat talking some serious stuff.
I see that, and that's not true. That's not true. I mean, I've seen a few here and there.
I know.
But
notice that Lord will shield for Apple till death, Macintosh. What in the hell is that? That's jacked up. You know. Okay, granted, it was kind of a compliment. You know, it was. It's just that phrasing, bison. You know, I don't know if I like the phrasing. Okay. And thank you. I like my Master Chief helmet too. That's actually the special edition from Halo 3. I got it from Best Buy when it was on sale for like $20.
Back on topic.
No, there was no topic. I was just talking about how crazy Fallout is and how I believe what Pornhub is reporting, because there's a lot of people who just, this week has just been real tough for them. Certain people literally slept almost 13 hours. They crashed. I tweeted about it this morning. I said between work, school, and family, and Fallout 4, I literally went to sleep and did not wake up for 13 hours. My body just could not take it.
Wow.
And I also did something.
You're a lightweight. Damn. What happened to you? You must be getting old.
Yeah, whatever.
I still haven't slept more than like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, well, I crashed. I'm starting to fall asleep in places I didn't know I was at. I'm dropping people off to work. I'm waking up 30 minutes later behind the steering wheel in the parking lot like I thought I had left and went home. I'm at the keyboard doing presentations for work. I wake up, my face on the keyboard. Too much. So I'm gonna give the controller a rest, or at least attempt to do it in spurts.
Right.
But the biggest thing coming from me is Fallout 4 made me install Windows on my Mac Pro. Right. That's huge for me to sully my Apple computer with Windows just so I can play this one game. That's the only, I've had the capability for years, but just to play Fallout 4, I put it on there. And that was because I just don't believe you should play such a game on Xbox One.
And it's been worth it, hasn't it?
Every pixel.
Yep.
Although, as Bison did notice in the note in the chat room, there has been some glitches. I was supposed to report, but I accidentally closed out the news article. There is a major bug that's been pointed out, and it tells you not to go to a certain location. I'm really going to find this because everybody should know that if you go to this location, it could very well crash your game.
Whoa, yeah, I need to know about that because I'm working my way to the beach right now. So yeah, if
there's a beach, oh my God, I got work to do. In fact, I'm about to go black on the screen. You know what? I don't need to do nothing on the screen. I got 3 monitors. I can do this. I can do this show right now.
I need you to stay.
Got my Xbox One controller. Got Steam open right now on this monitor. Yeah, I think I'm going to.
I need you to stay with the show just a little bit longer. Let's get through the next 30.
You don't remember that time Face pulled that spun on us?
Yeah. During the game. I remember that.
Yeah, sitting there playing Star Wars Knights of the Republic, or was it DC Universe Online? One of them MMOs. He's sitting there playing the whole time we're doing the show.
Yeah.
Black people, boy, I tell you.
So, I mean, one of the things I did want to talk about, I mean, obviously, it's been a major game release, but I want to talk a little bit about Fallout, and I won't talk too long, I promise. Couple things, and I will address Bison's comments about glitches. It's amazing. Bethesda typically does, when they have a big title, when they have a title that they know the public's going to love, Bethesda's done a really great job at marketing it. They did it with Skyrim. I mean, I remember, Geekonius, I think you remember, living in the DMV, we were seeing ads for Skyrim around. I mean, I remember seeing ads for it like on bus stops.
But Bethesda's based here too. So
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's amazing.
Keyword Bethesda.
Bethesda, yeah. Some people didn't figure that crap out.
Actually, to be honest, Bethesda, I've seen the headquarters by accident. It's in Rockville, so it's not actually in Bethesda. But maybe when they founded the company, they founded it in Bethesda. And and now it's in Rockville, or maybe they got 2 different offices. Who knows? But
yeah, but I'm gonna say this has been a really great experience. The gameplay has been really great. To Bison's point about glitches, yeah, I've seen a couple of really interesting glitches. I've seen my dog float up from one level to the next because it fell off a platform. It went down. It actually jumped off to attack something. I'm like, stupid dog, where the hell are you going? Because I know I'm going to come save your ass in a minute. And I did eventually. It was like, oh, they look, you're down there now. You're stuck, and then the dog just floated.
Oh, you save him?
You can stem him.
I know. I just let him drop to a knee, and I do the rest. And
well, I bring him back, especially if I'm in the midst of battle, because I figured out that dog saved me when we were in this plant, and I was fighting a heavily armored guy, and I actually went on with complete melee because the dog and I had a great system. Dog would bite him, I would hit him. Dog would bite him, I would hit him, and it was like, bro, I don't have to waste any ammo on this cat. This is gonna work just fine.
I normally just go in completely over prepared. So I got lasers and nukes and shotguns and sniper weapons.
No, I'm not going that far.
Yeah, I go armed to the teeth whenever I go anywhere.
Well, no, I'm definitely armed to the teeth. I'm just saying that this particular one, because I saw a good flow with the dog, I made it happen. But let me say this about the game, because this is what I want to put out there. This is a really great game. The one thing I really would like them, there are glitches. There's definitely glitches when it comes to the assembly, when you're assembling buildings and walls, specifically walls. Sometimes the walls won't mesh together. I had a situation with a piece of roof that wouldn't go on. But what I really would like Bethesda to patch is the settler management system. I really hope in one of their next patches that they find a way to better find out, there should be some type of roster of who is in your settlement and what the hell they're doing. I mean, granted, I know that the default, they automatically go once they start to farm, but I really hope that they look at a better way to say, you ring the bell and it's something like it's like a all call, and then we do a roster check, and you get a roster you look at and say, okay, you're so-and-so and you're on farming, you're so-and-so, you're on defense, you're so-and-so, you're on provisions. That's the one thing I hope that they patch with this game, because settler management is probably one of the more difficult things. Once you figure out how to do the sharing, oh gosh, I can't remember what to do. Once you start trading, once you create supply lines, your life gets so infinitely easier because you get access to all your stuff everywhere. But that's the one thing I need them to fix with this game. The building, the assembly of the building so that you can assemble the pieces, come together a little bit better, and the settler management, definitely the settler management, I really need that to improve, because right now it's very difficult unless it's something I haven't found yet. But it's a great game.
Yeah, I wanted to say I have experienced at least one bug. There's a section where you go to a rock quarry, and you just fall through into some places.
I didn't fall through.
Yeah, so I did have that, but the game-breaking bug, and it's been on Bethesda forums. It says that there's a settlement quest which requires players to head over to Monsignor Plaza.
Yes.
And it says, upon attempting to travel there, several players have encountered a game crash straight to the desktop without an error message. Yeah. It's affected use of PS4, Xbox One, and PC versions. So will it in fact break the game? No. But it will make you crash the desktop. So if you happen to be doing that, I suggest you autosave or something beforehand.
Yeah, quick save.
Excuse me.
Yo, that's
sure that you don't lose something.
Yo, that's one thing, and you kind of learn that playing the first Fallout 3. Quick save often before you step into anything that you're not sure about. Quick save, because you can walk around a corner and there's a super mutant, and you got to go up against them. Granted, I'm packing some serious firepower, so I haven't found too many issues. And I've upgraded my armor to like level 65 or something. But yeah, make sure you quick save very often in this game, because otherwise you're gonna find yourself replaying large swatches of stuff. You get so comfortable you kind of forget to quick save. So.
I want to do a quick diversion here.
I want to do a quick diversion since we're going on and on about this one topic. I'm sure y'all want to get off, and I haven't got on anything because I just got in town. I will want to say one thing. I want to give one shout out. I do co-sign with what Pornhub is saying. I think that's the absolute truth. But saying that,
like late to the show and then go back like 4 topics.
It wasn't 4 topics, actually. It was just only one topic. Y'all just been talking about the other topic really, really long. But I want to say, I've been watching you the whole time, so please. But I will say this, though. Even though I just said that, I am not confirming or denying anything, and I did not pretend to have relations with any women on that website. Just putting that out there. It wasn't me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome King Face to the show. King Face, thank you for joining us, and we'll see if any one of those women sends us a dress in the mail.
He said pretend. He said pretend to have relations with the women. You can't prove that he didn't pretend.
I'm just gonna shake my head.
Yeah, let me walk back very far away from that comment altogether.
Like, Face is the king in his own world. Like, he created like a complete mental space that he just lives in all by himself.
And it came from him. That's what's funny. He said that.
Right.
That's funny.
Right. He's one of them.
Yeah.
So make your comment. We're gonna move to the next segment.
I was just gonna make a diversionary, little bit, kind of serious but not serious. Of course, we heard what happened the other day in Paris, and to make this more of a tech issue, I'm not going to go into that, or that it was also happened in Beirut as well. They were attacked, but that wasn't covered. Anyway. Anonymous has decided that they are going to go after the ISIS, and if you're watching their Twitter feed right now, I am. As of 5 minutes ago, they're doing updates, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 17, 24, of the accounts and users they are targeting, and they're calling it Operation ISIS. So it looks like, if, for those who haven't been following Anonymous, they recently did a similar thing to the KKK, and they actually released 10,000, or was it 1,000? They said proven KKK members. They said they do a combination of things to prove before they out. So right now, as we speak,
I thought that was unconfirmed.
There was someone who was supposedly part of Anonymous, which is always hard because you can't track who is officially anonymous. But the core real Anonymous came out because whoever this person was, they put out a few names, and actual Anonymous came back and said, "That's not us. We have not confirmed anything. We have not released the names yet." And they gave a detail of how they release names. They said they do not release names until they have several proofs that the person is in the KKK. And so several days after that announcement, they actually released their list of KKK members.
So these are our Inglorious Bastards Technovision? Huh. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, and so they're currently doing it as of 39 seconds ago. They're still releasing ISIS account information.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're going in. Go ahead.
Spike Lee finally got his Oscar. I know it's not Oscar season, but he received an honorary Oscar, which, according to, I guess, the Governor's Awards, I haven't done a cool research on the Governor's Awards, but apparently these are legit. And it just didn't happen at the actual Oscars. And it was presented to him by Denzel Washington, Wesley Snipes, and Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, wow. Huh.
Yeah. And
was this some type of award event, or was this a single?
Yeah, it was an award event. It was him and two other people who actually got the Oscar. So this actually counts as his an honorary Oscar, if you will. I guess it's
for what movie?
I don't know. I had to do more detailed research, but the main thing was he basically gave us a speech and said it's easier to be president of the United States as a black person than to be head of a movie studio.
Oh.
So check that out. I have already tweeted that on my Twitter feed of his YouTube speech. So
Shots fired?
Shots fired. So shots fired. So
wow.
check that out. And that was all. I just felt that was big enough to mention.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. I mentioned what I wanted to mention for today. I talked about Fallout, so
you got
I say what I need to say. I just need to put it out there about the changes I want. So I'm good.
Face, got anything to say about a certain video game?
A certain video game, or just video games in general?
Just a video game that you've been playing while we've been playing Fallout.
Oh. Well, no, because see, here's the thing. See, I'm not sure, people. If you want to get Steam, I say it's a good thing and a bad thing.
The gift and the curse.
It's a gift and a curse because what happens is it's like, let's pretend like we all had monitors on our wrists, right? And we all decided that, let's say we all decided not to eat chocolate, right? Let's say we're not going to eat chocolate for a month, and we put these bracelets on our wrist that lets us know every time you have chocolate in your hand, right? And you want to be like, well, no one lives with me. I'm going to eat my chocolate real quick on the low. You can't do that because then somebody's going to hit you up and say, hey, I see you eating chocolate right now. And it's like, whoa, what? And, well, that's kind of where we're at right now because, like, I have been on, right now, the game of my chocolate of choice, so to speak, is my GTA 5. And I know that game, what came out this summer?
And that came out a couple of years ago. It's like
GTA 5?
Yeah, it's like almost 2 years old. Yeah, it is.
No. Well,
because it just came out for Xbox One.
I know for the PC.
It had already been out for a couple years.
Yeah, for PC, it only came out this year.
No.
I just got it. I just got it this summer.
Maybe for PC. I think it came out for the consoles first.
PC, I just got it this summer, and I didn't play it. I have the purchase date and everything. I bought it like a month after it came out for the PC. And I didn't play it, and the guys on Steam was like, you need to get on it, and I was like, yeah. So one day, a couple weeks ago, I decided, let me just do this.
You're right. It came out for Windows on the 14th of April to 2015.
Yeah.
And PS4 and Xbox One on November 2014.
Yeah, so it was new to me.
Wow, it came out for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox in 2013. Then for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One 2014, and then PC this year. You're right.
Yeah. So that's a new for me. So I know a lot of y'all probably been playing it already or burnt out or whatever, but I told myself I would never get into that kind of thing, and I did. I just went on just to mess around because I was bored. And
you know that first hit's always free.
Look, man, I can't. I just be sitting there. It got to the. I'm gonna tell you how bad it got.
Pick'ems right now.
Look. I'm gonna tell you how bad it got. It got so bad that I went to Wegmans. You know, my wife was like, "Oh, can you go to Wegmans to get this, that?" And I just got done playing. I was still playing. I said, "Yeah, all right." And I for real got in the car talking about I'm gonna run every red light, and I'm not gonna drive my car back home. I'm gonna take the best car I see in the lot, and I'm gonna jack them. It was crazy. Like I was really in that mode. Like that game is extraordinarily addictive. And then truth be told, when you really sit back and think about it, it shouldn't be, but
it is.
It is. I mean, the premise is real basic. You gather up money, shoot a couple people, rob some people, live your life. But it's so it's so engrossing. I just can't. Like I find myself just like I just got in from town, and the first thing I'm gonna do is not go upstairs and unwind. I'm not gonna go hang out with my wife. I'm gonna go get on this GTA 5 as soon as the show's over. At least just change my tires.
So, Face, just to let you know that if you want to go incognito, you can set yourself to offline, and you can be on Steam and be offline, and no one will know your whereabouts. Bruh, just trying to help you out.
Well, there we go. So I probably won't play that game again.
Okay. Yo, I'm gonna tell you. I've experienced the same thing playing Need for Speed. When I used to play Need for Speed Most Wanted. Yeah, I could not play Need for Speed for like an hour or two and then like go to the grocery store. Cause I'd be like when the hook slide out the community.
Yeah.
In the truck, it's just like it just translate. It's like it just doesn't translate over well. I need like a 10-minute gap between the game and leaving the house. I can't just get up off the game and walk out because you carry that crap with you.
But
and you're like,
think about it. Like seriously, we do that with a lot of different stuff, like not just video games. Think about how we are, like after we see a movie that we all into, we quoting lines for like days and weeks. Like Geekonius
Years.
was quoting lines from The Stand for years. Like I've known these dudes close to a decade. He was quoting lines from The Stand for years, and I literally didn't understand like where some of these references came from until I read The Stand several years ago and got in on the inside joke. Like,
what are you talking all that happy crappy?
I don't tell you, you tell me.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm reading through like the Star Wars books right now, so I'm like reading Lords of the Sith. Well, technically I'm not actually reading it. I'm doing it as an audiobook.
That is reading. Don't get us on that debate again.
Oh no, let's not start that one.
But I've been traveling, and every free moment that I have, there's not either in the car, in the plane. I'm like in working on schoolwork. So my daughter's in the car with me. I'm listening to like Lords of the Sith, and it's so addictive. I'm walking around doing the Darth Sidious voice, and like I'm chasing my daughter around the house doing the Darth Sidious voice.
Come here.
Yeah, look. Hey, ask Econius. You remember what I just read Under the Dome? And I showed up at your house. I was like, what are we doing?
He was
gym ready
like
for like a
3 months.
month. I was like, we just gonna go hang out and we gonna get that big steak pie in the sky. Like, I couldn't help it.
It get addictive. Like my daughter right now, she's 3, so she probably shouldn't be listening to Lords of the Sith, but oh well.
Hey,
she up on Star Wars right
these
now.
These are all above board. These Star Wars books. They're not
people getting killed and shot in the back of the head.
Hey,
yeah, well.
My daughter's like, Daddy, Star Wars. We gonna watch Star Wars? We gonna listen to Star Wars? Like,
hey, you know what's funny that you said that. You know what's funny that it's funny that Billy brought that up because we did I did a marathon with my son with Bruce Lee, and we did Enter the Dragon and Return of the Dragon, Game of Death. And this dude, for real, we went to I can't remember where we went after. We went to watch one of the football games, and right after we got done watching it, he walked into his car. He's like, and I was like, yo, don't act like you can whoop somebody's ass right now, because you're gonna get worked. Don't try to copy the moves. I was like, I used to do that when I was young. You walk out the movie theater and you think you're the master now because you want to copy some of the moves. I was like, don't do it to yourself. But it made me laugh, though.
I thought I was Hulk Hogan for a long time when I was little. It did work sometimes. You get into a fight and somebody knock you down and you get up. And you
Isn't it kind of messed up? Like, you unfortunately lived long enough to see your childhood ruined.
Oh! That didn't remind me.
Think about all your childhood. Think about all your childhood.
Hey, all right. New subject. New subject. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
You thought you were Hulk Hogan. Funny thing, I remember when I was in 7th grade, I used to like creep down. When you have to go places in between classes and the halls are completely empty, I used to think I was James Bond, and I used to be sliding across the walls like like people around the corner. I'd be like sliding across the walls. I understand that. Yeah, and I was like I said, I've been a big Bond fan for years, so which is why I was kind of critical about this last movie. But yeah, so I understand, man. That stuff you take on portions of it, and you carry that with you. And that's so funny because I was like, I was more James Bond than Optimus Prime.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, I know that is huge, isn't it? When I really think about it.
And that's why just being a geek is so fun, And it just bothers me that it took me so long to come out the closet geek.
I'm just not going. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. Did I roll that one out for you? I just gotta open the door up, shine it up nice and well for you.
I'm just gonna give you a pass.
You're gonna give me a pass on that one. I thought about it as I said it, and I said,
And all I could think of was that R. Kelly song.
In the
closet. What's in that closet? Just go in the closet.
The Village People was the first thing that came to mind for me.
Wow.
Spandex and everything.
Wow.
Spandex and fairy tales, fairy wings.
Yeah, I just kind of had this vision of like Econius as the police officer.
Dude, no. Don't you go creating that imagery. Don't you go creating that imagery. Don't you put that out there.
Econius would be the Tonto. He'd be the Tonto with the open butt cheeks. Open butt cheek pants.
Those are referred as chaps.
Oh, God. Well, forget the no debauchery line. That's how to do it.
Yeah, we did open the show. We did open the show with no debauchery.
To his retinas. See, he probably regret bringing it up right now.
What I tell y'all, I told you stop creating stuff. Stop creating that imagery. Oh, God. Is it 11:30 yet? Can I end the show?
What's done is done.
Oh, boy.
What's done is done.
Not the imagery that I want to carry. I'm gonna try hard. I'm gonna need at least an hour of Fallout to get rid of that one.
At least an hour.
Yeah, I'm gonna need at least an hour of Fallout after this.
You were gonna play at least an hour regardless.
Well, my report's done for tomorrow, so
all you need to do is get one of your favorite little things here. You know, get your little.
I was really worried about what you were reaching for. I was like, I was worried.
Thought I was reaching for some leather pants.
Dude, I was like, oh God, what is he reaching for?
Peanut butter.
Oh no! If he go grab some jelly, then we're gonna have to end the show.
Yeah,
I got one of my non-holiday cups here. You know, my anti-Christmas cup.
That was a stupid one. I'm sorry. I heard that mess, and I'm like, really?
You know, sometimes you just gotta call people stupid.
Yeah,
I do it all the time.
You do it all the time.
You do it all the time.
Yeah,
it's very liberating. It's very liberating.
Has anybody been watching Keeping Up with South Park?
No.
Oh God. You know, it's so funny because I didn't. You know, Face has been telling me for years. I've known Face now. Oh my God, what, 15 years?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm sorry. You know, I never did tell you happy birthday this week.
You did. That's crazy.
Yeah, I might have to turn in my Marine card or something. But but anyway, I would just say, you know, he's been telling me for years, you got to get up on this South Park. And only thing I have ever seen like is touch and go here and there episode. But I've been on it like these last 2 seasons, so I'm like completely current. This show is completely hilarious. You know, because I had bought into the hype, you know, years ago that it was just this vulgar, made no sense type show. No, these guys are very politically astute, and like their social commentary is dead on.
It is crazy.
You know, I think
no one is safe. That's why I like them. They don't discriminate. Everyone gets it.
It's funny because when the Boondocks was out, everyone was talking about how, you know, how their social satire was so good. And it was for the things they covered. But South Park, their satire is so good that sometimes if you're not really paying attention, you might miss it because it's so subtle. And they carry it into each episode. So like there was this big thing with Whole Foods this season. And so they've been riffing on that the whole season. Somebody will be like, oh my God, you know, everything's supposed to be great now because we got Whole Foods, but now we got all these homeless people. We got to get rid of the homeless people. It's just like, and Cartman, man, wow.
Yeah. You know, if you think about like to what you just said, you think about when they went back and they did the whole Scientology piece, and they had Isaac Hayes was a Scientologist. I mean, so they're like, you're on our staff just to let you know we love you and we really want you to be chef, but we gonna get you.
But that's why I like them because even Isaac Hayes had to know over all the years you've been doing the show. They got everybody. Every religion, they got them all.
Everyone.
What makes you think they wasn't going to come after yours? Because my favorite one was Dum 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 John Smith.
No. Hold on. Let me correct it. It was Dum 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 Dum. That's what it was. Yo, I was so thankful. I learned so much about Mormons through South Park. That was awesome. It was awesome. It was Dum 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 Dum.
And they even got a couple of shots fired at Muslims this week, which was, and I was laughing like a Mad Hatter. I thought it was hilarious. You know, the guys the kids was dressed up as ninjas in a little ninja club, and they were wearing all black, and all you could see with their eyes. And people in town automatically assumed that they were ISIS. And it was so convincing that even ISIS thought they were. And Cartman kept trying to, talk about Jews, and, because he's always messing with it. It's Stan, right? Is the Jewish character?
No, it's Kyle.
Oh, Kyle. He was calling on Kyle and why he should be in the club. So when ISIS finally reached out, they said, "We like what you're doing. We're going to give you a lot of money for your efforts." And they were like, "Oh, okay, this is great. Our club is awesome. We're getting money." And then Cartman says, "I just have one question." And they're like, "What is the question? Is it okay for Jews to be in this club?" And the guy from ISIS said, "That is absolutely not okay." And he said, I told you. I was watching that episode with my son. We laughed like the whole episode. It was freaking hilarious, this last episode. So, random off topic. Y'all gotta watch it. Speaking of bombing, though, oh God, so much news that happened this week. They're not gonna air. I don't know if you guys are watching Supergirl, but
dude, I was about to bring that up. Because, so again, like
Geekonies,
a lot of traveling, download shows on the iPad, watch them on a plane. Am I the only person that's ready to tap out on the show?
Well, this is their third episode.
Brother, for show.
I'm giving it the 4. Like I'm giving it the 4, but it's still like if tapping out is here, I'm like right here. I'm kind of like please, no more.
Hey, we gotta do just do the Hulk Hogan shake.
What the hell?
What's wrong with you now? What is it?
One venture into debauchery, and he always goes just a little like what did Charlie Murphy say? Rick James was a habitual line stepper. Man, I missed the screening for Creed. Damn.
How? Oh, jeez. Look at see. Okay,
I want to see that movie.
Yeah, I know. Well, you can go pay to see it then. You missed the screening, so pay to see it. But
pay for a movie.
What
is this thing down that you speak of?
That's right. You don't pay for movies much these days.
My son pays.
But probably I'm actually haven't caught up on it yet. I actually want to see it so that I can comment on it. So I'll probably catch a couple episodes this week. I'm hoping that they're online.
I'm doing it for the people.
We want to do something. I mean, Geekonies has talked about probably do a show dedicated just for that because there's a lot to talk about on that front. Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, they're all pretty much having similar issues. Supergirl, though, is the only thing that makes Supergirl kind of crazy is that it's its first season. But I think.
Yeah, I don't know if they can fix that show. Well, they're coming up on episode 3, so.
I think what has to happen is you got to give it a shot because, like you said, a lot of people didn't want to mess with Arrow at all. And 5 seasons.
Arrow initially,
and five episodes in, I was like, that is the ish. And if it is taken now, it's only because it's the 3rd or 4th season. I mean,
and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had to go through many episodes before.
Yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had to go a bunch of episodes before he even got interested. So
yeah, but you saw a spark though, like with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like you have.
No, we gave one more pass. That's what we did.
But the thing is, like with these shows, I think you gotta because everyone ain't gonna do the same right away. Like for example, Daredevil to me was hot right out the gate. Bam! You know what I'm saying?
Jessica Jones.
And I saw that Jessica Jones trailer. And I was like, you know what? I said, if this works, Marvel would have proven that you don't have to go mainstream with your heroes or characters. Because I'm telling you right now, there's nothing about Jessica Jones that says, oh, she is high-level character. I know who she is because I read a lot of the comics. But the way they're doing it, they're not even making too much stuff up. And then they got my favorite Doctor Who playing Purple Man. What? I'm doing it. That show's gonna be hot. That show's gonna be hot, and that's just off of one trailer. So, I mean,
Draconius, what were you saying about Supergirl?
What I was going to say is they have an episode that was that's coming up, and apparently it has some reference to her flying around stopping things from being bombed. So CBS has decided not to air that episode in light of what happened. They're going to actually show what they had planned on for the week of Thanksgiving. There was another show that's doing the same exact thing, and I'm just going to put it out there. I don't know if that's a good decision, but I don't know. I think when it comes to technology and where we're at as, this modern world, I think sometimes people just go above and beyond saying,
dude, they took the snowflakes off the freaking cup. I mean, seriously. I'm just saying.
Starbucks did that because it offends anybody.
Yeah, no, it was after a stink. I mean, I'm just saying that, like, there is this knee-jerk...
The cup is still red!
But there's this knee-jerk reaction to BPC. And that's all it was.
I think Starbucks did it for design.
No! What are you talking about? No.
Hold on. That's serious, because if they were being PC, they wouldn't have the word Christmas on their products. It would say Happy Holiday Coffee Blend. It wouldn't say Christmas Holiday Blend.
So the fact that somebody said, "Oh my God, you got a snowflake on there. I'm not buying your cups." That's not why they did it, really?
No, because if that was the case, why the hell do they still talk about Christmas? Everybody who's been caught up in that PC drama says Happy Holidays. They no longer say Christmas. If you go into your local Starbucks right now,
I bet you Christmas tree. I bet you if after this show made as much a stink about Christmas as they did the snowflakes, because let's just be real. Even though often people make about it's not they jokes about Christmas. I mean, you still could watch NBC football game or basketball game, and they say Merry Christmas from ABC or NBC. If it was really that serious, they wouldn't do that. So it's still done. So it's all about whether or not you get an overwhelming reaction, whether or not they make changes. And they got an overwhelming reaction for a freaking snowflake, and they made a change. Now, see, if I was in that room, I'd be like, F them. We ain't changing damn snowflakes.
All right, so look, let me just read. I'm just gonna read off of Fortune. This is off of Fortune.com. So I pulled from what I consider a reputable news source. I'm just gonna read a portion of what it says, and I'm gonna start down here. But unlike previously, the coffee giant's traditional red cup is just red. It doesn't have a pattern design. There are no snowflakes, stars, or snowmen. There was outrage. Many people who see the move as an attack on Christianity. Social media personality Josh, I'm not going to read the name, was one of the first to raise the issue, declaring it an attack on Christ. Even presidential candidate Donald Trump raised the issue this week in a rally. Maybe we should boycott Starbucks. I don't know.
I hope they do. I hope they do, because I don't want all these stupid people in line. Let them go. Make my line faster. F that. Let them stay home. I got to drive through. I go through, or I go in the store. If all the stupid people can get out of line out front, go to Dunkin' Donuts. Go wherever you want to go. It's funny. I'm about to post this. E-Online actually did a Starbucks cups over the years, and 2005 cup, if you know, is the most downplayed, the closest to this cup. And I don't really know. I don't see it. I don't really see it. I think they just went with red this year because every year they did something different. 2005 was the most understated one compared to this year. But I don't know. I personally think they went with packaging, because if you look at a lot of people that's doing Christmas these days, and over the years, it's been a design trend to use plain wrapping that's different colors and different bright. When I was little, everybody had snowmen and stuff on the wrapping paper. But a lot of times now you just see red gift boxes. And that happens in a lot of stores. Red gift bag, blue, whatever. And if you look at their branding in the store, they have the plain red, but then it's clashed by their other decorations. So they have Christmas everything. Christmas drinks, Christmas coffee. It's just that the damn cup is red. People went bananas. And I was just like, are you serious? And I was like, and I'm sitting in the store, they playing Christmas music. You know?
I'm just waiting for night to actually get a life. Like, if you really doubt it, like, go help, like, Christian refugees. Like, go.
Oh, don't get me started. See, I wasn't going to go there. But you did this
around the world.
You did this. Just remember, he did this. Jeb Bush today said that he thinks that we should only help the Syrian refugees that are Christian. That's what exactly. Huffington Post reported that earlier, and I just retweeted, just said this BS, and couldn't say nothing else. I was just like.
So how does that live up to our
American? The way this works, this is the way it's going to work.
You're only innocent if you bow to this faith, even though you all getting asses whooped.
What we're going to do is we're going to have a one point of entry where all the Syrian refugees are on a boat, right? And then when they get up there, you're going to say, "What's your religion?" If they don't say Christian, they got to get back on the boat. Simple as that. And then we're going to send them back to Syria because if they don't say it. Because if my choices are, I have to go back to Syria, or I have to say I'm a Christian, what do you think they're gonna say?
So the whole concept of peace on earth and goodwill to all men, only if you're Christian. I never caught that last part before.
And your cups gotta have snowflakes on them.
That is why I said last week that I think at the end of the day, most of us free thinking folk, real like wise folk, just can't take them serious. It's funny.
We like the stupid
I don't get upset
because it's just like everybody. If like, and here's the thing, some of y'all been in Middle America, some of y'all haven't. Unfortunately, a lot of time in the middle of the country. There's a whole bunch of people in homes and in nightclubs and bars and restaurants that are all sitting there like, yeah, Jeb got right out there. Like, this is a Christian country. We should only be supporting Christian refugees in Syria. And I'm like,
but only some Christians, not the Christian president. Just some Christians.
Yo, can I just say I'm so much of a geek. When he said Middle America, my mind quickly went to The Hobbit. I was like, I said, yeah, I played it. I've seen The Hobbit. So yeah, I've been to Middle Earth. Okay, yeah.
And that's about right. They're about a bunch of orcs.
Now we are not going to.
You can't group orcs into one group like that. That's wrong, Draconians.
And you're right. I am insulting orcs. I am insulting orcs. Orcs actually thought and had strategy. It could. Oh my God. It's such a diversion, but it's just some things that are so stupid. It's like I was discussing on Twitter. There are some things that are geekish, and then there's things on the periphery that geeks still talk about because we're human. And sometimes you got to bring that crazy stuff up. One last crazy thing, because I know this is perfect for King Face and Potbelly. So this week, Volkswagen.
Oh God. Oh God.
Wow.
Yo, all I'm gonna say is you already know my response to this.
Yo, listen.
Starting a Twitter hashtag buyback.
Here's my thing, because here's the sad part about it. What's really sad about it? I don't want to use the word. This is just gonna be one ignorant ass little dude that's gonna take the money. Okay. And if he takes the money, he ought to get slapped. We should have a national holiday. Just slap that bitch holiday. That's what it's called. And he should get it. He should get it. I don't know what day it is because you can slap a bitch every day of the week. Yeah, I think because I'm gonna tell you right now. I read that I was insulted. I was like, I can't believe
it is insulting.
I can't believe this is where we're at right now.
Well, let's get the news for everybody who don't know. Well, for people who don't know, Volkswagen, of course, was caught cheating by the EPA. They admitted as much. Fired their CEO.
Caught cheating by EPA. They got caught cheating by the independent organization, the independent, and then they
they got caught. They fired the CEO and took one of their other CEOs from Porsche because it is all the same company. For people who don't know, Audi, Volkswagen, Porsche.
He didn't get fired. He stepped down. He didn't get fired.
No, that's the same thing. Stepping down is when you're allowed to save face to say you step down. But that
I was in the military. The people retire from the military. After something bad happened.
Something bad happened. He's like, "Hey, what happened to Gunny such and such?" He retired.
But the Gunny said he was gonna be here 35 years. Well, yeah.
I'm a lifer, son. 2 days later,
but the difference is that if you quit, you actually get to carry your boxes out. If you get fired, they get mailed to you.
Not at that level.
It's different.
Well, you ain't got no choice. You want to carry your stuff, or you want us to carry it. You got to make a choice.
All right, go ahead. Finish on people so we can wrap the show. Go ahead.
So they did all that, and they still haven't provided a solution. But I got my letter somewhere on this desk because I wanted to frame it because the level of stupidity. But they sent a letter out the other day. Oh, here it is, from Volkswagen, basically saying, "Hey, we're sorry. We know we messed up. And we're still trying to figure this thing out. But until we do, we want to just say, as a loyal customer, we're going to give you a $500 gift card. We'll also give you another $500 on top of that. But you can only use that at a Volkswagen dealership. And in order to do all this, you have to sign up online and go to the dealership to get your gift cards." So that's what Volkswagen decided to do for all of us who bought 20 and 30,000, and in some cases, if you got A6s and stuff, because you got Audis, $40,000, $50,000 diesels.
I'll tell you up front, my car, everything included, top of the line SEL 2014 set me back almost $36,000.
And Kelly Blue Book says that Volkswagen cars, diesel cars, have lost on average 10 to 16% of their value in just the last couple of months.
So if we're talking this 10%, that's $3,600. So you offering me, we're gonna round it up to $4,000. So you offering me right now a quarter of my depreciated value, really 12.5%, because half of it is a kickback to you, or basically a kickback to the dealers.
And there's another part you're not even considering. And me and Faith was talking about this earlier in the week. If you financed your car, and most people do, unless you got it like that.
You don't have GAP, you screwed.
There you go. If you do not have GAP coverage and you finance your car, meaning all that money is loaded into the price of your car, and you go out and wreck your car and it's totaled, the insurance company is only going to give you what the market says the car is worth and what its value is. So if these cars have depreciated, and in some cases way more than what Kelly Blue Book saying the average is, there's dealers who can't get rid of these cars, meaning that they're not worth anything that you paid for. You're now dealing with a situation where if you own a diesel, a TDI car, I'm just going to say TDI car.
They can't even sell the diesel.
They can't even sell them because the Volkswagen corporate put a hold on them. So if you crash that car, somebody hit you, or a deer runs into it, whatever your story is, and that car gets totaled, you're only going to get what the insurance company says the industry says is value. And when they give you that check, you're liable for that difference to the finance company, whoever you finance it through. And that's why this is the issue. Because the overall value, customers have been cheated. We got what we paid for. I get great gas mileage and the car is nice and everything. But the part of it was we expected the car to not be worth as much as a Ford Escort. No.
Worth more than a 1985 rusty bucket Ford Escort. It's not worth as much as that.
That's why I said they gotta buy. It's like I'm not happy unless the ultimate solution is a buyback, like a buyback based on what I paid for that car.
Plus damages.
I'm not even talking about damages.
I want money.
Want damages, but I would be
pain and suffering
at this point with just getting back what I put into it.
Pain and
then I can
pain and suffering.
Something else, cash with no car note.
Every time I drive my car now, I'm afraid that it's going to get totaled. That's pain and suffering right there. I'm shell shocked.
You got mental anguish.
Mental anguish.
You
Yes.
got Volkswagen PTSD.
There you go. And you laugh, but the legal standard is that they got to admit fault. They did. So class action. Someone's getting a new Mac Pro.
I'm glad somebody has their priorities in order. I'm just
got
saying.
that right. It'll be BMW 5 Series.
Join my little lawsuit. Because the thing about class actions, you got to be careful with. Depending on how it's structured, you get down with it.
Make sure all the lawyers don't get the money.
Yeah, and you might end up with pennies on the dollar. You think, I'm gonna walk away $15,000. You walk away with a check for $500.
And then I'll go get my $500 gift card so I can at least have something.
What you gonna do with a $500 gift card for Volkswagen? I mean, really?
Unlimited supply of air fresheners.
That's funny. You should say that because
you have your air fresheners.
Because the 40,000 mile, for those who know, the 40,000 mile service on a Jetta TDI is more than $500.
Wow.
That should be accounted for still.
Not the 40,000.
It should be under the service agreement. Why not? Up to 100. Why not?
Your services aren't covered. Out at the best service agreement was the 2013 model, where they covered your stuff for 3 years or 36,000 miles. They did all maintenance for free. After that, you're done.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's kind of deep. Let's take that on offline. We can talk about that after the show. Okay.
Nah, nigga, no. We gotta go.
Hold up. We don't use the N-word.
You don't use the N-word.
I don't use it personally. We don't use it on the show.
Whatever, man. Yeah, we gotta talk about that. That's crazy.
I started this show with this.
There you go.
There I go. Right now, everybody pissing in the corner. Alrighty then. It's time to cut this show so I can eat this orange.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
On my GTA.
Yeah, see, there you go. He's going GTA.
Now he really gonna take it out of somebody.
Yeah. I think I'm tired. I think I'm gonna go to sleep.
You are tired. You are tired line.
Why Pornhub's subscriptions are falling off.
Go do a detailed investigation.
Yeah, I'll be back with a report for y'all for the next show.
He's gonna give us. So, what's the bandwidth of Pornhub today? Oh goodness.
Well, my forearms are stronger.
Okay, yep, time to end. When Cody loses it, it must be over. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our show, really. Please go and check us out at www.theblackgeeks.com. I assure you, it is not a parental advisory site.
The article I got in draft.
Oh, hell. Well, hold on, but still, I have to point out, as much as it pains me, the number 2 article still on the entire site is Potbelly's Tata item. The Tata item. Still, the number 2 article all time is Potbelly's best.
Ain't that something though?
Tatas. I that's the standard of everything that we've written. I mean, of all the deep analytical stuff that we've sat and churned out for that site, the number 2 is about anime tatas. I mean,
you know what, man?
God!
I gotta tell you this, man, so you understand this, man. I get a people's what they want. Man. You gotta enjoy that.
Obviously, because I think you have like the top 2 articles on both of you.
He does. Who wrote the Guardians of the Galaxy one?
He did.
He got the top 3.
Yes, he has the top 3 articles of everything we've written.
I'm coming in distant 4th.
Distant.
With a deep discussion about diversity in Mad Max.
I just can't wrap my head around it. All right.
In my defense, though, my articles are a lot newer than his. So for me to even make the list in like a couple of months against an article that was written like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It says a lot.
It doesn't matter, man.
I got 2 articles that I wrote in the last couple of months that both have almost 2,000 views.
Okay, well,
I still get the people what they want.
Well, wait till you see the one I write next, okay?
All right.
You know, like, I didn't want to say, I didn't want to put
with images.
but I was telling what are you gonna? I told this guy big brother up here. You know, I told him that about maybe an hour and a half before the show started. I just finished my first full draft of my dissertation. So you know what that means?
What does it mean?
That means I can turn my attention to kicking ass in other areas. So be prepared for more articles to take over the top spot.
Well, I am happy that we're finally about to get Dr. Potbelly, because I'm so tired of hearing about that damn dissertation.
I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of writing it.
It's like you're not the one living it.
I cannot wait till you get that PhD. Oh my God.
That'll be awesome. All right, so www.theblackgeeks.com. The Black Geeks on The Black Geeks on Twitter. The Black Geeks on Tumblr. Let's see, where else? We're on Tumblr, Google Plus. We're all over the place. I'm not even gonna bother talking about SoundCloud since we haven't updated in a while.
Give me a second. We'll be there.
Yeah. Okay. You've
got
had
some new shows coming up.
Okay, you got it. So we'll be back next week. More fun, more frivolity, more Pornhub, I guess.
Wow. You know it's late now. Let's go. Wrap it up. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night.